I didn't really play much Xbox 360 actually. So yeah, I'm planning on just talking a little bit about them. I can start with this. I was planning on going in order in how much I play the games, and this game, Enchanted Arms, is the game I played the least that I own. But I played a little bit of it. It's like a Final Fantasy style of game where you have like turn-based combat, and you have a party of members that you fight with. I remember, I think this was like the first game I got when I got the Xbox 360. I remember this line specifically: unlock over 100 controllable creatures, was something that I found really interesting. I wanted. I thought that sounded very fun. That you could be it could be so different in how you could play the game. So yeah, but unfortunately I didn't play very far into it. I don't know if these kinds of games, the games like the Final Fantasy style of games, the turn-based combat and the whole thing around that is my thing. Maybe I need to try it more, I think, because that is like one of the kind of games that I play the least, I think. So maybe it's more fun than I think. Yeah, let's go to the next one. This is I remember this game I actually played much more than the Enchanted Arms games. Also, these four I played a lot more than this game. But I bought this game because I also own the manga of Naruto. So I wanted to buy a game about Naruto to see how those kinds of games are. Everybody knows that popular series always get a game. Not always, but it's quite common. So I wanted to see how such a game was, maybe. And I actually thought it was very fun, since I have seen or read the series. I thought it was very cool to actually see how they did the fights and the characters and so on. And I think they made it pretty good. The fights was very flashy. You had like very cool abilities and so on. I remember I found it a little bit difficult in the beginning learning the game, because I have never been very good at fighting games. I really have tried some fighting games, but it's so many buttons and combinations you need to remember, and I'm really, really bad at it. But this is a little bit easier, I think, than like Tekken or those kind of fighting games. But I remember against bots, and maybe when I had like a friend over, we played against each other. So yeah, I didn't really become very good at it. I found it very fun though, so I enjoyed it. But yeah, fighting games isn't really my thing. A very cool game though, and very flashy. I enjoyed it as a fan. Let's look at Battlefield 3. This game I played a lot, actually, and I played it so much that I actually got it on my computer later on. I think this was my first person shooter game that I bought, and I remember I thought Battlefield 3 was so cool. I remember I thought it had awesome graphic, and if you played it yourself, you know that there can be some larger scale like battlefields where you can drive tanks and fly planes and so on. And I found it very epic sometimes. And I think when it came out, it had very good graphics, and I think the graphics still is actually pretty good. So I remember this game was pretty popular. I remember it was, in that time at least, you either played Battlefield or Call of Duty if you were playing a first-person shooter game. So and yeah, CS:GO also, but I think CS:GO became a little bit popular, a little bit more popular after Battlefield went out of style or so. But I remember I enjoyed it a lot, and I played it, this game, with friends very much. Yeah, I don't know really what to say about it more. I think, I mean, it's good. I don't really play first-person shooter games very much nowadays. I don't enjoy them as much, but it can be fun. I remember I pre-ordered Battlefield 4, but I never got it. Like, I needed to get it from the store where I pre-ordered it, but when it came out, I wasn't really interested anymore in it, so I never picked it up. Sometimes I wonder what happened with my copy. Is it still there, or is it waiting for me like in the store? No, I'm kind of joking, but I find it kind of funny that I just left it. But yeah. And the next game, Dark Souls 2. I think lose everything and you need to get it back. But this game I played a lot as well. I never finished it, but I actually thought the Dark Souls games are very good. I have the game 3 as well, but on the computer, and that game I've finished. I never finished Dark Souls 2, and some people I hear enjoy like Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, but not Dark Souls 2. I hear it's like very different opinions by those who play Dark Souls a lot or played the whole series. Some people say like the Dark Souls 2 is not as good, or I don't know if the system and how everything worked was a little bit like different. So I heard it was not as enjoyable to certain people. I enjoyed it though. It is quite difficult as a Dark Souls game, but they all are difficult. And I have like a special edition of this. I often don't buy special editions. It has like a metal case. It's kind of fancy. They have like the official soundtrack as well. With all the songs, or not songs, but backtracks or soundtracks to the different areas in the game. If you guys have any experience with Dark Souls games? Because do you enjoy the games, or did you find those difficult? I remember one thing that I enjoyed with Dark Souls games, at least, was that since it doesn't have a very clear story, I thought I actually kind of liked that, because you were like someone walking around in a random world with, well, you had a quest or something that you needed to do, but I thought it was so interesting when you was put on like this in this world with not really much knowing about it, and just this vague quest of killing like four. I think it's like in Dark Souls 2 you need to kill like 4 bigger bosses and then go on to kill like the final boss. But this was very vague, and it's almost something you need to discover yourself. I think there are some NPCs that tell you that you need to do that, but they are also very vague about saying exactly how to go about it. But I enjoy that because you almost feel like someone, like an explorer, that are discovering a world and exploring a world. A very dangerous world, of course, but I actually enjoyed that element of Dark Souls as well, since it's not always, in some games, the story can make your experience of it so streamlined, and it's understandable if the game will or wants to tell a very specific story. And I think you often think that people want to have like a good story, and many people that play games want that, and so on. But I actually like the kind of storytelling that the Dark Souls did because of that. Not being so clear and letting you explore the game and understanding the story a little bit yourself, and make your own understanding about it. Of course, I think there is a correct answer to the Dark Soul games and the story, but I enjoyed the vagueness of it and the exploring of your quest and why you are doing what you are doing. But as you see, I have picked up the next game, Portal 2, and this is also, in my opinion, like a classic. I have as I said about the Dark Souls game, that people that doesn't game as much probably heard about Dark Souls. I think it is so about Portal 2 as well, or the Portal games, because it's such an easy concept, this game, but it's made so well about how you carry a gun, which isn't really a gun but a teleportation device where you put a orange or blue portal on a wall or a floor or a ceiling maybe, and then you put the other one, the blue or orange, and you can go through those. So when you go through one, you go game are coming to the other or going out of the other. I remember I'm not really into puzzle games or like those kind of games, but I was kind of interested in Portal because I heard so much about it. I think I bought it pretty recently after it came out, so I think many people talked about it, and I was very impressed when I played it, since if you don't like puzzles you might not like this game, of course, but I think it is in a good sweet spot where, yes, some of the puzzles can be a little bit more complicated, but I don't think it's overly complicated or hard. It's pretty fun to just think a little bit about it, and I found this game a game you could like sit back and relax and just play. Not really. It's not really a stressful game, which I appreciated actually. Sure, you had to work with your brain sometimes, and that can be pretty exhausting, but I still enjoyed it a lot. I also played through the co-op of this game with my dad, and I remember I thought the co-op was great as well. So if you own a Xbox 360 or a device that can play Portal 2 and have someone to play it with, I actually recommend it very much, because I remember the co-op being great playing with someone else. It can be, I remember I thought those puzzles was a little bit more difficult, I think, but the was the main story and the single player experience, but the co-op as well, because I actually think I remember it very fondly, at least playing it. I actually, though, when I read it here, it says in Sweden that Portal 2 is like a long-awaited sequel to Portal 1 that came out 20 and 7, 2007. Yeah, I know. I actually never played Portal 1, so I don't know. I should play it one day. Maybe some of you guys have played it. I should do it, since I actually liked Portal 2 a lot. But yeah, this was some of my old Xbox 360 games. I might do other videos where I talk about other games that I have. I don't have many Xbox 360 games left, but I have a lot more to both PC and actually Wii as well, but also the Xbox before Xbox 360. That was actually like where I seriously started playing games first. I remember my dad introduced me to like smaller kids game on what is it called, like an old MacBook computer. It wasn't thin then, it was like fat, so fat, and it was green. I remember it so clearly. And we played some games on that, but when we got the old Xbox, I started playing games a lot by myself, and that's where it really took off for me. So yeah, I could talk about some of the games I have on the Xbox, the old Xbox as well. I just need to find them. I hope we still have them.